Hi, and welcome to this Architex tutorial. I'm going to show you how to create and visualize a simple organization class diagram in the Reporter module. This tutorial presumes that you have at least novice level experience with Architex and that data is populated in Collector. I am already in the Report Designer pane of my architecture. If you are unsure how to log in or load a module, please review the user guide. Once you have a new report created, you can configure it to meet your needs. Only users with right access to both Reporter and an architecture can create reports. First, I'm going to select my new report. Before I get started designing my report, I want to change my report name. Notice that the name is automatically updated in the Outlook bar once I click off the name field. To design our organization chart, we need to add nodes and relationships. A node brings in the shapes of our diagram, while the relationship brings in the connections between shapes. In this example, our organizations, which are our shapes, and their connections are documented in the actual organization node in the Collector module. Back in Reporter, click the Add Node button in the ribbon bar. This adds the node form to the content pane. While our new node is initially selected, the form is disabled. Click the pencil icon to enable editing. The first tab, the Info tab, is where you can name and describe the node design and select the node type. While a name is not required, it is a good practice to fill it out. The name is displayed as the stereotype in the visualization. Naming the node design can also help distinguish it from other nodes you add. Since the organizations will be my shapes, I'm going to keep the node type as class. The Model Data tab is where you select the data to bring into the report. As I mentioned, my data is found in the actual organization node. I'm going to find and select it in the Node pull-down menu. You can quickly jump lower in the menu by typing in the first letter or two of the node name. Once the node is selected, the Primary Value pull-down menu will only show the elements in that node. Here I will select Name to bring in the organization names. The Date Attributes tab provides the ability to set a start and end date for the primary value. While dates are not required, it is a good practice to fill them out in order to use the Report Viewer Analysis features. You can select a shape color in the Visual Style tab or in the Custom Visualization tab. For my report, I'm leaving my shape color as the default yellow. I have finished filling out my node form. I'm going to click the Save button in the lower right corner to save my tabs. I am also going to click the Save Report button in the ribbon bar to save my entire report design. The Save button in the node form only saves those tabs. It does not save the whole report. While you don't have to save the report now, it's a good idea to save often so you don't lose your work. Now I'm ready to add my relationship. Click the Add Relationship button in the ribbon bar. Like the node form, the relationship form is initially selected but disabled. Click the pencil icon to enable editing. Many features in the relationship form are similar to the node form. Again, while a name is not required, it is helpful to add one. I like to name my relationship based on the node and display type. Because I want to show a hierarchy of my organizations, I will choose Composition as the display type. The user guide has examples of all the different display types and in what report types they can be used. I'm going to change the Source Data tab to bring in my data. My connection data is also in the actual organization node, so I'll select it from the Node pull-down menu. My source element is Name, while my target is Composition. Dates are not as important for relationships, so I'm going to leave the Date Attributes tab blank. You can change the default line thickness and color in the Visual Style tab if desired. I have finished filling out my relationship form, so I'm going to click the Save button. I'm also going to click the Save Report button again to save my report design. Now that my report design is complete, I want to visualize it. To do so, I'm going to switch to the Report Viewer pane. In the Home tab of the ribbon bar, click the Refresh Diagram button to generate the diagram. While my shapes are laid out correctly, my connections do not look like a typical organization chart. To change routers, select the Routing tab. For a new report, A* is the default router. I want to use the org tree router instead. Notice that the lines are automatically redrawn when a new router is selected. To save my changes for others to see, I'll select the Home tab again and click the Save to Database button. This saves a cached version for other viewers. This button is only enabled for Architecture Write users. My simple organization chart is now complete. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and I hope you found it useful. Be sure to check our channel regularly for new tutorials, and remember that the user guide is always available.